Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody who's with us here. Today we'll be reading a very special portion of the Zohar, the third commandment. I think last week Albert covered second commandment, so we'll pick up with the third right at the top. We have some great friends here with us. My name is Eric, by the way. I'll be your reader for today. Let's see, we have Marie from Boynton Beach. Hello, Marie. Sylvie from the Netherlands. Sean in Australia, Melbourne. Carl from Pennsylvania. Julie in Salt Lake City. Lisbeth from Netherlands. Hello. Annie from North Carolina. Ed, California. Eduardo. And Dennis. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you all. We're going to be starting soon. Before we start, let's see some words from Dr. Michael Laitman. And Manzi also joins us. Hello, Manzi. Let's see some words from Dr. Michael Laitman, talking about what the Zohar there, the inner essence of the Zohar, what it does for us.
When a child grows up, it takes years, which means months and weeks and days and hours and minutes and moments of gradual growth. This is how it is. It takes time. We think that entering the spiritual world is something that happens in a flash. The 20 years that we spend growing up in this world, not in order to change our nature, but just to match ourselves to this reality, which is really worthless and formless compared to spirituality. This is something we agree with, because we see that this is reality. It's impossible otherwise. But with spirituality, we think, where's the entrance? Let me in. There is a law of equivalence of form. Once you know how to use spirituality correctly, you'll be let in. You have to go through these preparations, and the Book of Zohar is here to match you to spirituality in a faster, more comfortable way. If not, you'll have to suffer to get there.
Okay, with that intention set by our teacher, Michael Laitman, let us turn into the third commandment and let it work on us. Let's hold our intention. We're a kli, a vessel here all together, ready to accept this light. Let's try to treat this text accordingly. The third commandment starts with item 204. The third commandment is to know that there is a great and ruling God in the world, and to properly unify him each day. In the upper vak, Hagat Nehi of Ziranpin, make them one unification in the 6 words of Hear, O Israel, and aim the desire with them upward. For this reason, the word one should be extended to the measure of 6 words. The Zohar says 2 things. First, we must know that there is a great and ruling God in the world. And second, to properly unify him each day. This is so because first we must know those 2 sides in love, Upper Avi and Yeshut. That there is a great God, Upper Avi, who is great in Hasadim, and that he is ruling in the world, Yeshut, who is called ruler, which implies to the judgments that come out of them, that the light was concealed from them, and the harsh judgment comes out, since the name ruling and governing indicates judgments. The meaning is that we should know those 2 sides of love, and include fear in each of them, and he will receive the love of the Creator, both in mercy and success of his ways, and in judgment, since then it is regarded as complete love. Afterwards, each day, a proper unification must be made in the upper vak to raise man to zon, and Zon to Yeshut. At that time, Yeshut and Zon rise and unite as one with Avi, who are called upper Vak, as they clothe Vak of Arikanpin, whereby this unification, Yeshut, rise in the place of Avi, above the Parsa of Arikanpin, where there is upper water, and the light is not hidden from them. And when Yeshut are filled with light, they give to Zon, Zon to all the worlds, and the Hasadim appear in the worlds. This is the meaning of the reading of Shema. The 6 words of Hear, O Israel, are 6 sides of Zon, and the 6 sides of Zon must be unified, so they unite as one with 6 upper sides, which are Avi and Yeshut. And with them, the desire should be aimed upward, meaning aim the desire and the Nefesh Ruach Neshama Naran, to be included in them in Man. To make them one unification in Vak of Ziranpin, which are 6 words of Hear, O Israel, the word one should be extended, meaning that Hokmah should be drawn in the word one. It is so because the light of Hokmah, which extends from Ensof to upper Vak, which are Avi and Yeshut, unites the Vak of Ziranpin in light of Ensof, since Echad, meaning one, is 13 in Gematria, indicating to the drawing of light of Hokmah. Hence, in the one, there should be intention to draw the Hokmah to Vak of Ziranpin. However, in this unification, there is no intention to extend Gar to Ziranpin, but only to increase the Vak of Ziranpin through their integration in the upper Vak. Hence, the word one should be extended to the measure of 6 words. The phrase to extend means to draw Hokmah. The phrase as the measure of 6 words into Vak of Ziranpin. By that, his Vak become Vak of Gadlut, because the 6 words of Hear, O Israel, correspond to Vak of Ziranpin. And through this unification, which increases him in Vak of Gadlut, it is then possible to extend Gar to Ziranpin too. Item 205. It is written, quote, let the waters under the heavens be gathered unto one place, end quote. It means that the degrees under the heaven will gather unto one place to be in completeness for 6 edges. And yet in the unification of Hear, O Israel, one must tie the fear to it, meaning to extend the Dalit in the Echad, meaning one. This is why the Dalit in the Echad is big. And this is the meaning of what is written, quote, and let the dry land appear, meaning the Dalit, which is the dry land, appears and connects in that unification. The unification of Shema is to extend Vak of Gadlut. This is the meaning of the verse, quote, let the waters under the heavens be gathered unto one place, end quote. Meaning let the degrees below the heaven gather unto one place to be in completeness for Vak, since one place is the upper Vak, where the light of Ensof shines in the light of Hokmah. It was said that the degrees below the heaven, which are the 6 sides of Ziranpin under the Binah, which are called heaven in regard to Ziranpin, be gathered unto one place, the 6 upper sides, to be in completeness for Vak, as they should, so they will receive the light of Hokmah too. Then Vak of Ziranpin will unite, although only in completeness for Vak, only for Gadlut of Vak. And yet, quote, and yet in the unification of Hear, O Israel, one must tie the fear to it to extend the Dalit in the Echad, end quote, which is the bottom fear. This is so because complete love is love on both sides, in judgment and in mercy, and success of his ways. This is why the light of the act of creation first came out and then was concealed. When it was concealed, the harsh judgment came out, and the 2 sides were included in it, mercy and judgment together, so they would be whole. This is love as it should be. In this love, too, fear should be awakened. It follows that there are two discernments of love and fear: upper love and fear, upper avi, and lower love and fear, yeshut. Wholeness is achieved only by both discernments together. Thus, the concealing of the light in yeshut is done to disclose the lower love, even if he, the Creator, takes your soul away. Even then, the fear must cling to that lower love, and one should fear one's master and not harden one's heart. Then one has love and fear in completeness and clings to upper avi and to yeshut, receiving all the pleasantness and good in them. This refers to the unification of the Shema reading. Once he raised the zon and included them in the 6 upper sides to extend the great love in zon in the word echad, which is the light that was created on the first day, in the verse, quote, "And God said, let there be light." Still, in the unification of Hear, O Israel, the fear must be connected. This is so because one should also disclose and extend the concealing of the light that was made in Yeshut to complement it with the lower love and fear too, as without it, it is considered incomplete. One should extend the Dalit in the big Echad because big letters are in Tevunah. This is why the Dalit in Echad is big, implying to the place of concealing of the light that was done in Nehi of Tevunah. This is the reason why it should be extended and to aim in the concealing in her, to cling to the lower love and fear as well. It is written, "And let the dry land appear," meaning that the Dalit, dry land, will be seen and connect to that unification, because there is no wholeness in the upper love and fear that were extended in the 6 words of the Shema reading through the word Echad, which is the meaning of "let there be light." Rather, it is through the lower love and fear, which appear through the concealing of the light in Nehi of Tevunah, which are called Dalit. This is why it is written, quote, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered unto one place," end quote, which is extension of light of Chokmah to the 6 degrees of Zirampin, which are below the heaven. Afterwards, it is written, quote, "And let the dry land appear." This relates to the Dalit in the Echad, that it should be extended and to aim that it becomes dry by concealing the light. So the Dalit, the dry land, Tevunah, will be seen and tied to that unification of light in upper avi that were extended in vak of zon to complete the love in 2 sides. Okay, we're about halfway through. Let's hear another clip from Dr. Michael Laitman, again connecting us to the intention, the inner essence of the Zohar.
28. We're reading the Zohar in order to invite, to draw the upper light that corrects us. Corrects meaning unites us to that collective common soul in which we all exist and where we are all connected. And now it only depends on us how we want to feel ourselves, either detached from the true state, or to the extent that we want to be in it, to experience it, we will feel it. It depends on the mutual influence, each and everyone's influence over all the others. So especially as we read the Zohar, we must think about how to unite by the power of the Zohar. And within the unity, we will reveal everything. 28.
Okay, with that, let us continue. We do have some new people joining us. Dennis Frederick from Kenya, Manzi from Belgium, Dennis, don't know where Dennis is from. Mabelher from Mexico, Andy from West Virginia, Rafael, and Tefo from Botswana. Quite an amazing group here. Great to be with you all, friends. Let us continue now with reading from the third commandment, item 206. Once Malchut connected above in Vak of Ziranpin, she must be tied below as well in her masses, in the 6 other edges that are below in Malchut. These are, quote, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever, end quote, in which there are 6 other words of unification, Hebrew words, of course. Then the land that was dry becomes a land for bearing fruits and offspring, and for planting trees. Explanation. In the Shema reading, the upper unification, the Dalet in Echad, was tied above in Avi. Afterwards, the Dalet in Echad must be tied to the other Vak below on the 6 sides of Nukva of Ziranpin, Rachel, Rachel, who stands from the Chazeh of Ziranpin and below, in which all 600,000 souls of Israel, called the masses of the Nukva, her masses, are included. And after Ziranpin was included in the light of upper Avi, and the concealing of Tevunah appeared in him, which is, as it is written, quote, let the dry land appear, end quote, of the Dalet, those 2 discernments must be extended to Nukva of Ziranpin from his Chazeh and below. These are the 6 words, Baruch, Shem, Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam, Va'ed, meaning, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever. These 6 words correspond to the 6 sides Hagat Nahi of Nukva of Ziranpin, for in, quote, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever, there are 6 other words of the unification. Then what was dry became a land to bear fruit and offspring. This is so because to disclose complete love, which is on both sides, mercy and judgment, the light of the act of creation came out and was then concealed. And when it was concealed, the harsh judgment came out, and the 2 sides, mercy and judgment, were included, became whole. Thus the love was not completed on both sides by concealing alone, but only through the harsh judgment that came out after the concealing. Hence, before the harsh judgment came out, the Dalet in Echad was dry land, useless. Being out of the light by the concealing, the fear was not complete in her either, so she would be corrected with the lower love and fear, which complement the upper love and fear, since the harsh judgment, which is the primary exposure of the lower love and fear, has not yet been revealed. And that harsh judgment is placed in Leah's heels, the place of Rachel's Rosh. This is so because Ziranpin has 2 Nukvin, which is Aramaic for females. First from the Chazeh and above, called Leah. Second from the Chazeh and below, called Rachel. Leah's heels end at the Chazeh of Ziranpin, touching Rachel's Rosh, who is standing from the Chazeh of Ziranpin and below. The harsh judgment is at the end of Leah's heels, which touch inside the Rosh of Rachel, Rachel. Therefore, the harsh judgment operates only in Rachel, since no screen and judgment can disclose its domination, but only from its place and below. It follows that the concealing is not complemented into the degree of lower love and fear, but only after it is extended to Rachel's place, where the harsh judgment operates. Then what was dry becomes a land for bearing fruits, offspring, and for planting trees, since that Dalet in Echad, who was dry and a place of desolation before the harsh judgment appeared, unfit for settling, has become a fruit-bearing land, fitting for planting trees, a place for settling, now that she extended to the Vak of Rachel from the Chazeh of Ziranpin and below. It is so because the lower love and fear appeared in her in whole, complementing the upper love and fear, so love will be on both sides. Only in this way do all the pleasantness and goodness in upper Avi appear. It is written, quote, and God called the dry land earth, end quote. This is the same unification as below in, quote, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever, which becomes earth, a complete desire as it should be. Eretz, meaning earth or land, comes from the word ratzon, meaning will or desire. This is the meaning of, quote, and God called the dry land earth, meaning that he extended the Dalet in Echad to the Nukva of Ziranpin, to her 6 sides, where the act of the harsh judgment is already revealed. Then the Dalet, which was dry and desolate, became a fruit-bearing land and a place for settling in Nukva of Ziranpin, through her coupling with him. Thus, quote, God called the dry land earth, which is a complete desire as it should be, since the complete proper desire, complete love, appeared in her. Item 207, quote, and God called the dry land earth. In that unification below, in, quote, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever, end quote, she became earth, a complete desire as it should be. For eretz, meaning earth or land, comes from the word ratzon, meaning will or desire. This is why it is written, quote, it was good, twice. Once for the upper unification, and once for the lower unification. Since Malchut united on both sides, in Vak of Ziranpin and in her Vak, henceforth, quote, let the earth put forth grass, for she was established to bear fruits and offspring properly. Commentary. The upper unification of 6 words of the Shema reading, which is in the 6 big upper sides of Avi, is explained in the verse, quote, let the waters under the heavens be gathered unto one place, end quote. This unification extends to Vak of Ziranpin, the light that was created on the first day, from the 6 sides of upper Avi. This is the first, quote, it is good, said on the 3rd day of the act of creation. The lower unification, the unification of the 6 words, blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever, is the completion of the Dalet in Echad. It has no completion except in the 6 sides of Nukva of Ziranpin, and it is explained in the verse, quote, and God called the dry land earth, end quote. And in the verse, quote, let the earth put forth grass, end quote. This is so because in Vak of Nukva, the dry land became a fruit-bearing land. And it is on this unification of Vak of Nukva that the second, it is good, was said. It follows that the first, it is good, was for the upper unification, and the second, it is good, was for the lower unification. Since Malchut united with both sides, in Vak of Ziranpin and in her own Vak, both being its sides of love, through an upper unification and a lower unification. Henceforth the land will put forth grass, because it was established to bear fruits and offspring properly. This is so because the lower unification complemented the love on both sides, and the lights of upper Avi extend to Vak of Nukva, giving fruits and offspring to her masses, who are the 600,000 souls of Israel as it should be. Okay, that concludes the reading of the 3rd commandment. Next time I read, we will pick up with the 4th commandment, unless someone handles it first. Let's just see which friends have joined us. Rafael Tefo, global citizen from the Kingdom of Eswatini, a very international global group. Thank you all for being here, opening up this sacred text together, being part of this important action. Thank you, great friends, for joining. We will plan to see you next week at the same time, same place. Have a great rest of your day.